Hey there, I'm meteorologist Ryan Shoptaw with a quick tropical weather update. It's currently Sunday, June 30th. Depending on when you watch this, it might already be Monday, July 1st. We're watching Hurricane Beryl, the first hurricane of the 2024 Atlantic season. Look where it's at across the Atlantic Ocean, closing in on the Caribbean Sea and near Barbados and the Lesser Antilles Islands. I mean, talk about a textbook tropical system. Its reach on its tropical bands of rain are stretching about 600 to 700 miles across this part of the world. From South America to the equatorial Atlantic, the tropical bands of rain, this entire system has a very large reach on the Atlantic at the moment. Again, winds at 130, sustained wind speeds around the eye wall, moving west-northwest at 18. This is a Category 4 with a central pressure of 960 millibar. Very powerful hurricane across the Atlantic at the moment. Here are the forecast models, the computer guidance, the spaghetti plots. You can notice by Wednesday, very strong consensus and agreement on the models as it moves due west near, let's say, Jamaica and south of Cuba by the middle of this week. Now, very important, it's very crucial where this high pressure ridge sets up. This will be what steers it over the next 7 to 10 days. Right now, the models are suggesting a weakening ridge and it moving farther east by Saturday and Sunday. What that will do, since it rotates clockwise around high pressure, most of the models are agreeing on somewhat of a northerly push, a northerly turn towards Texas, Louisiana, maybe Mississippi and Alabama. Depending on, again, the strength and the placement of that ridge will determine a lot over the next 4 to 5 days as our forecast models continue to update. Here's the official forecast cone from the Hurricane Center. By Friday night, crossing over land, and that's very important because one, it will lose strength in the Caribbean Sea because of wind shear, and two, as it moves over land, that friction, that land interaction will cause it to weaken, but it will reemerge into the Gulf of Mexico. Let's show you what the European model is showing. By about Wednesday and Thursday, still a pretty powerful storm near Cat 1 to Cat 2, but it will encounter a lot of wind shear, and that'll help tear the storm apart relatively through about Thursday and Friday. It emerges back over water, and the Gulf of Mexico is extremely warm, so we'll take advantage of that. The European model, very reliable global model, has it pushing into Mexico, south of Brownsville by next Monday, and increasing the cloud cover set for South Texas and also the chance of rain by the middle of next week. Now here's the GFS model. A little more aggressive on the placement by Sunday, later on in the weekend, moving farther north, kind of getting on board with the placement and the intensity of that ridge of high pressure helps it with that northerly turn. This is the American model, making landfall somewhere near Brownsville, the Rio Grande Valley, and south of Corpus Christi. We'll have to watch that very closely in the trends we see over the next 4 to 5 days. Tropical satellite on the heels of Hurricane Beryl is another area of investigation. An area of tropical disturbed weather has a high chance at tropical cyclone development. If it were to be named, Chris, Debbie, and Ernesto, next names on the list, wrapping up with Tony, Valerie, and William for the 2024 Atlantic season. For our extended forecast here in South Texas, upper and 90s near 100 degrees for the next 4 to 5 days. Not much of a variety in our forecast. 99 for the 4th of July. Same thing for Friday. This weekend, increasing clouds on the outer bands of what will be Beryl, depending on the intensity as it nears the Gulf of Mexico. 97 on Saturday, 93 on Sunday, and our forecast is subject to change into that following week. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we've thrown in additional rain chances and temperatures significantly cooler, upper 80s, lower 90s. But again, just to reiterate, the placement, intensity, and future track of Beryl will determine more about our forecast over the next 7 to 10 days here in South Texas.